Leo and Leo sexual and intimacy compatibility. The combination of two Leos can be difficult when it comes to intimacy, but their sex life might be excellent even when they are not intimate at all. Leo's warm nature and passionate approach to all things in life, including sex, will keep them satisfied together for a long time. However, there is a face behind the act to both of these partners that they might be too proud to show. They usually search for partners that can help them show their core in order to really connect instead of simply having sex as an instinctive act. The main problem that two Leo partners can have are their boundaries and the possible lack of respect they have for each other. While they would both enjoy being with someone who is so confident, they might hold on to the image of confidence for way too long, until all sorts of insecurities surface. It is difficult to develop closeness with all that fire in one place, and when you think about it, there is only one sun in our solar system and everything revolves around it. Then what do you think? Can it be possible to have two of them in one bed, circling around each other? 50%. Leo and Leo trust. These two have a deep conviction that everything is clear in their lives. After all, they are ruled by the sun, so how could this not be the case? Although they are usually open with other people, when they get together it is like a constant struggle for supremacy. This could lead to all sorts of inflated stories, those that cannot be repeated and are almost always a product of fiction. Leo is a bad liar, in general, and it would be a shame for these partners to get to the point where they need to prove anything to each other. They have to learn how to be together with absolute focus on the other person. As soon as they turn away and start explaining how great they are, they have lost a chance for trust in advance. 70%. Leo and Leo communication and intellect. A wonderful thing in this relationship is the ability of both partners to shed a light on one another's important issues. When they connect on a deeply personal level, they can find a special language of learning and find out so much about their own situations and other relationships. The problem will arise when they start their ego battle to prove to one another who is right and who is wrong. When two Leo partners are in this type of conflict, it is impossible to resolve it because they both hold on to their points that both can be correct. In these situations they should try hard to find the middle ground, or they might end up in a serious, lasting fight over an irrelevant thing. 65%. Leo and Leo emotions. Leo is a fire sign of fixed quality, and they are pretty hard to change. The fire of Leo creates warmth, passion, and creative energy. This can sometimes fail to be recognized as true emotion, especially by water signs, and it is a good thing that two Leos understand each other's emotional depth perfectly. The truth is, Leo is an extremely emotional sign. It relies on Cancer and moves to Virgo, so this is a sign that has an impossible task to connect pure emotion to pure intellect. Their starting point, however, is emotion. Their main challenge in this emotional field is the way to express how they feel and how not to get burnt. As all fire signs, Leo has a passionate nature that moves fiercely, and they can sometimes regret not following their heart. They easily substitute emotion with passion and often burst into flames before they realize how they feel. When there are two of them, their relationship can seem like a chain nuclear reaction that has no emotional foundation. However, there is so much emotion underneath the surface if they choose to stay together, for only a Leo knows how they feel after the outburst has been shown to the world. 90%. Leo and Leo values. As two representatives of the same sign with such strong characteristics, they value similar things. In general, Leo values bravery, clarity, and someone's inner strength. It is safe to presume that they will value each other because of these primary values. What they will both value the most when they are together is their time for rest and their time for play. As if they were real little lions, these two are capable of truly enjoying their leisure time, and each weekend could seem like paradise. 99%. Leo and Leo shared activities. Imagine a family of lions in the African savanna, lying around all day, then playing for a while, then licking their paws and calmly purring, well-fed and happy. This is exactly what a relationship of two Leos could look like. Although they would spend most of their time in bed and playing, they could actually have so much fun doing so that they don't need anyone else to keep them company. They are social beings, but they don't care much about spending time with people who don't know how to enjoy life, and will in most cases enjoy their troop. The only problem they might have is in their need to stay away from things that don't fit their character. As fixed signs, they will both be turned to a certain routine. Although the base for it will be the same, for they are two Leos, they might do it in a different way. For example, if one of them likes to show their admired personality in a club down the street, maybe the other will want to go to a fine restaurant and show good manners instead. It is important for them to stay open for each other's suggestions, because this is the only way their worlds can actually merge. 85%. Summary. Two Leo partners can do the impossible, and this fact could keep them in a perfectly satisfying relationship for a long time. Their main goal is to find true intimacy and understand each other's inner emotional beings. Leo has a habit to exaggerate and make drama out of small, irrelevant things, but this could be a good thing for their relationship because of their social status and the ability to support each other's theatrical needs. If they begin a battle for supremacy, it might be a good idea to set the territory that each of them is in charge for. If one of them is the best at an emotional department, the other one can be the best in the sexual one. If they split their rules this way, it will be much easier for both of them to function and think of each other as worthy of the relationship. What might make a loving relationship between them impossible is the lack of respect. If they catch this disease, it might be best for them to part ways and search for different partners. 78%.